Cancer, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Cancer. It has been a lot to get here. I swear I started recording your video yesterday and the lights went out in the middle of it. I was like so disoriented. I didn't know what to do. Even just like today, I've come up against a few obstacles to get here. So, you know, you might be feeling it, right? There's a lot going on. We're in Pisces season. We're feeling a lot of the emotions, a lot of the feels, and it's relentless, right? Like almost I'm hearing like no matter what we do, no matter how we kind of navigate, it just feels like we hit roadblock after roadblock, and it can be really heavy. You know, I've been working with a lot of people lately that are just feeling that sadness, that depression, that heaviness, and part of the battle is just getting out of that slump, right? So we're not kind of succumbing to whatever those emotions are. Not in a way to not validate yourself. I'm a huge proponent of feeling your feels, making sure you're recognizing them, aware of them, etc. That actually gives us strength, right? It might be uncomfortable, but it gives us strength when we're able to acknowledge what we think, what we feel, and validate ourselves for that. And that's kind of the name of the game right now. That's why things aren't moving as quickly as maybe what we would have wanted. And Venus is also in retrograde. It went retrograde end of last week, so it is really highlighting relationships, unfortunately, people, places, and things that like, it just is not easy, right? We're kind of have to accept some of the duality that we're facing right now and make peace with it, but also use it as information to make different choices, better choices for ourselves moving forward. That's why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing, set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. A little blessing for you, for me, for the cards, etc. It's a great way to help release some of that limitation we're coming into. It's also a really good time to set your own intention, especially if you've come into this reading with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over, be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at what's going on with you in your situation specifically, or if you're looking for more of a rebalancing of your mind, body, soul, finding that space of grounding alignment. I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're operating from that space of alignment, it is easier to hear ourselves, what we want, what we need, and therefore make honoring decisions accordingly, bringing us our happiness and fulfillment, right? So with that in mind, if you resonate, vibe with my energy, if you want to connect, I would love to help and support in whatever way possible. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, with that, let's get into it, Cancer. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being, so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right, Cancer. I'm hearing there's like a conversation or situation that you're kind of avoiding, something that you really don't want to get into for some reason. But I feel like there's almost this knowing inside of you that you know this is going to happen. There is a lot of resistance right now to things coming to head, fulfillment 100% with this lotus tree. And we're moving, or the collective energy, the astrology is moving in this way where we can't really avoid it. Like there's just some things that we have to deal with, just some things that we have to contend with in order to kind of have movement, have growth, have evolution, calling in those different things that we're trying to manifest. And it does look like you're seeking. You have been seeking for a while. I feel like you've had to kind of pick yourself up is what I'm hearing. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. I think that's the saying. I don't know. I'm not great at those. I get like half of them, you know? So hopefully you catch my drift. But I get this vibe of like something took a lot of courage. It took a lot of strength to overcome, but you did it. And you're in this space right now where I love this, the willow. You are floating with grace. Like you are kind of, even if you're not loving everything in your life at this moment, you're choosing to be peaceful about your acceptance, about how you navigate. I do also feel a sense of like mindfulness, right? We got this sloth, the comfort, and the overarching energy in the weekly reading. I think that comfort is good for you right now, though, because I'm almost hearing it as like emotional healing. Like being a little bit more comfortable gives you the space to be gentler with yourself, to be kind, loving, supportive in places that you need it. Oh, I love the unicorn. Yeah, like you're kind of just like not believing in the magic of life right now. It has been pretty heavy. And when we go through these heavy periods of time, when we are kind of forced to have courage, to rise above, to be more vigilant, which is not easy, especially water sign, water energy likes to be wild and free, right? So that value of just needing to kind of like dot your I's, cross your T's, put things into practice, play by play, being comfortable with it taking a long time, taking time to unfold, taking time to grow in strength, in accomplishment. You know, there is success here, but again, it's taken a lot of time to get here. And I don't feel like you've given up per se, but I feel like you have released a lot. You've let go. You've made peace with what you can't control. At the same time, it does feel a little bit like depressive or sad or heavy, right? Where you might be disconnecting from the places that life can be magical and new beginnings can come in. And it does look like something is here on the horizon for you. Obviously, we have the lotus tree, fulfillment as your overarching energy. I'm hearing this as twofold. This is like cycles closing out with people, situations that you've been dealing with for quite some time, patterning, karma, places that things need to be a little bit cleaner in your own life. And you're doing that accordingly because it's really important for you to feel good right now. I think this comfort is very important for you, as I was saying before, and it's like necessary. It's necessary, but it's coming, like I said, from this place of you kind of surrendering maybe expectations of people, of situations. It does look like something is making some plans to come see you, but you kind of have your boundaries up. You have your boundaries up and you're kind of vibing in this way where you're walking cautiously is what I'm hearing. You're walking cautiously. Someone has taken a long time to get around to you. Or you might have something that is trying to protect you, is what I'm hearing. Maybe someone who's a little bit younger than you, someone who's reminding you of like who and, yeah, 100%, Three of Swords energy, sorrow. Who and why you stepped away from this thing. There's some force behind it. I feel like I said, if this is a past experience coming back around, it feels very much like a culmination. Like this is the climax of a situation where there's an offer on the table. I don't know, man, but they're even struggling within themselves. And you can feel this resistance. You can feel this resistance because I feel like it's either more out of duty or it's more out of, not even obligation, but it's almost like they're projecting you need to be obedient. You need to be obliged to them. And this is someone who, yeah, 100%. It's like, I feel like they're coming towards you with some rational explanations, but I don't know. There's a lot of anger underneath this. It almost looks like, why do I have to come talk to you? Why can't you do this for me? And as much as maybe they're coming to you a little bit softer, I feel like as you uncover some of this, you're going to see where they're not too happy. And especially if there is like a little bit of pushback from your end. Because, you know, in your opinion, this is someone who didn't really take the time, the energy to nurture and support the relationship to whatever capacity this is. This can be any kind of relationship, right? It doesn't just have to be love. It does look like someone that you know, were definitely connected to and needed some level of reciprocity working together. But it also looks like that was something that never came in, right? Someone who is constantly promising something in the future. Well, the future is always in the future. And that kind of is how it looks like. A large promise that something couldn't really deliver on. But again, there's some level of, whether this is past commitment or they're requiring you to have a certain level of commitment to follow rules, order, structure, etc. Okay. But it feels a little wishy-washy. You have decisions to make about how you're going to approach this. Yeah. I mean, it's putting you in this place, Cancer, where it's like you're going to choose one way or another. This might even be a little bit of an ultimatum energy. Because again, someone does have really high expectations around this, but I don't know that you 100% see it in their way. They're trying to convince you of this. It looks like there's even other people feeding in on this. And I feel like you have one person who's like speaking some truth to you. This is someone who's actually being very practical about the energy. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Someone who's seen it all is what I'm hearing. Someone who has a better understanding around what this dynamic is expecting / requiring of you. The seventh house of partnership, relationship. Libra energy. What's in Libra right now? Well, Black Moon Lilith, of course. She's been in there for a long time, and she really is this trickster energy of like, you know, it is people who are kind of trying to schmooze us back into what they want, into their own gain, making it work for them. There's Cancer energy. I'm hearing like, use your intuition, Cancer. Use your instincts. There's a reason why you see it in the way that you do. I feel like you might even still be giving this person's situation a little bit too much credit. Maybe there was a very magical connection or fanciful idea about how this was all going to play out, right? Because that's really what was sold to you time and time again. And while you understand that this can't be delivered to you, like there's not really the capacity, or it's still something that's operating from a place of needing to be better, is what I'm seeing, like not even still having their own shit together on some level. But again, like requiring having some expectation. And it does look like you're investing in yourself a whole lot more. And I feel like it might be a hard thing to do, but as you do it, it is going to cultivate this level of comfortability of putting yourself first, remembering who you are, remembering what you deserve, remembering that when you do put energy into that, that's actually where the magic of life pops up, right? Like investing in self brings magic. All right, with that, Cancer, thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for all you bring to the channel. Definitely drop comments below if it resonated. I love to hear or say hey, share, and a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support you bring to the channel. Know I'm sending it back your way.